Hey you guys, this is gonna be a reading on who you are meant to be. And I think another tarot reader did it recently, but I can't remember who it was. And I also can't remember if it was actually recently or a few months ago, and if it was just coming up on my what's called my YouTube feed. But either way, I took inspiration from that, and I just wanted to do my own take on who you are meant to be, basically. So again, that's gonna be the topic of the reading. I've already pre-picked and pre-shuffled the cards, and we're gonna be using this tiny deck of cards for choosing the piles. Oh wait, let me take out the jokers. Actually, never mind. I'm gonna keep them in. But yeah. Okay, this is what it looks like. So like, yep. Anyways. Who are you meant to be? Pile 1, please. A card for pile 1. Yay. Wait, I got 2 cards. One's enough, thank you. Pile 2, who are you meant to be? Pile 2, who are you meant to be? There we go. And then pile 3, who are you meant to be? Cool. Pile 1, again, use your intuition when picking these, but 7 of clubs, which is the 7 of wands. Pile 2, 8 of spades, which is the 8 of swords. And then pile 3 is the 3 of clubs, which is the 3 of wands. Please use your intuition again. Feel free to pick all of that stuff. Oh my god, all cards are black today, black and white. But yeah, there we have it. Dun, dun, dun. I hope that's been enough, and I hope it's clear. And I am gonna start with pile 1, which is the 7 of clubs, so 7 of wands. Okay. What I'm getting from this is that you are meant to be someone who actually succeeds through all of the trials and tribulations that are sent to them. I don't think these trials and tribulations are sent to destroy you, but for some of you, it just means that you have to be a bit more patient with yourself and actually give yourself grace where whatever you're doing, basically. Well, whatever it is you're doing, it's working in your favor and it is bearing fruit, but you just have to be a bit more patient is what I'm getting through this one. Having to deal with people, standing your ground, having the energy to do all of that stuff for yourself, basically. So some of you may be doing hard stuff. I don't even know, like managerial positions, stuff like that with the workload. It just seems like it's taking a bit of a toll, but you're meant to continue to climb the ladder, or that kind of thing anyway. First card we have is from the Spiritual Tarot, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. Keep climbing the ladder is all I gotta say, I guess, because whatever seeds you sow will grow. Maybe not immediately, maybe you have to be slightly patient here with the 7 of wands, but at the same time I feel like you have the perseverance and the chutzpah to actually be able to get what you want, basically. What comes up goes down, what comes around goes around as well. So again, if you're feeling like you're constantly on the low right now, who you're meant to be is someone who actually uses that to fuel them forward. And I know that's very kind of generic, and that's how life is and all of that jazz, but if you are in a tough spot right now, know that things are actually getting better, like as I speak, I guess, but but yeah, things are working in your favor in the behind the scenes. Even if it doesn't feel like it, there is always movement. Next cards we have are from the Rainbow Tarot, and we have the Knight of Clubs. Oh, sorry, cups. Yeah, obsessed with clubs apparently, but there we have, oh, some of you may be partying and that's why you don't have as much energy. And then we have the 9 of Wands. Okay, again, similar to 7 of Wands energy here, except a bit more tired than the 7. The 7 still has the energy. The 9 just wants to give up, but they're not gonna give up because there's too much at stake to give up. I feel like you're someone who is consistently going towards their goals with the Knight of Cups here, and you will succeed. You are gonna get what you want, basically. So you're meant to be someone who extends their cup to people. You're meant to be in the spotlight, I feel like, here, but you're also meant to be in a position of leadership slash power and actually employ your wisdom. And by the time you get to wisdom, you gotta go through lessons, basically. So all of that pain you're enduring, for some of you could be mental, emotional, physical, all of that stuff, basically. Whatever you're putting yourself through, for some of you literally, physically, on purpose. So maybe strength training or something like that. It could be mental as well, so mental gymnastics and all of that jazz. But whatever you're putting yourself through will come back, basically, not to bite you, but to bear the fruits that you know, that it have to flower. And sometimes that does mean bite you in that sense, because everything we do has a consequence, and that consequence doesn't necessarily have to be bad. It's just that's what it's been labeled as. But yeah, you're meant to be someone who gets to experience bliss and joy from everything that you're doing, even if it looks hard and if it feels hard, basically. So I feel like you're someone who actually makes things that feel really hard look easy to other people with the Knight of Cups here. So yeah, you're meant to be admired, basically, for all of the hard work that you're putting into whatever you're putting in. And that, again, shines through here with the Wheel of Fortune. Things are just meant to work in your favor. And if they're not, again, the cycles keep turning. It will start turning in your favor. It's a constant up and down journey, but I feel like you have enough capacity to already know that, and things will continue to flow, basically. Next cards we have are from the Weird Cat Tarot, and we have the Five of Wands and also Death. Okay, who are you meant to be? Some of you may be a Scorpio, or you may be affiliated with a Scorpio right now, or the energy itself may be prevalent in your life. You may be changing things around your home. I don't know why I'm getting that vibe, but you may be changing things either around your home or in your environment. Some people may want more attention from you than you can give them currently. There's healthy banter slash I was gonna say communication slash commitment, but I mean none of them. What do you call it? Healthy banter slash competition. That's it. Yeah. Well, I mean, with competition comes communication and commitment, I guess. If you're competing with someone else for a top spot or something like that, you always have to communicate. Just remember that your enemies are sometimes actually your friends. If you pay an enemy, they would be more loyal than an oh my god, why am I saying this? They would be more loyal than sometimes your closest friends who are a bit more competitive sometimes. But please remember that if you do have friends who are competing for the same spot of affection or something like that from someone or you, revise whether or not they are actually friends. But yeah, what I'm getting from this in general, besides the whole friendship, slight drama here. I don't know why that went there, but there is some drama surrounding you. So I feel like you're meant to be someone who actually transmutes this drama around you and helps people heal from it. So some of you may actually be therapists or working in a field where you help other people, basically, because you have the ability to transmute a lot of inner conflict and then glow from it, also grow. Next cards we have are from the Moon Power Tarot, and we have the ooh sweet Eight of Wands, I believe. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And then also the Five of Pentacles. I see. Okay. Eight of Wands is communication, commitment again, fast travel, fast movement forward. Five of Pentacles is someone who feels left out in the cold, for whatever reason. Some of you may be into gymnastics or aerial stuff. So again, maybe putting yourself through unnecessary strain with the Seven of Clubs and the Nine of Wands here. So same thing, well, kind of. But yeah, I don't know. That's just a thing I'm getting here. Some of you may be also called to actually start practicing yoga or something with the body that also requires the mind, but also quietens down the mind whilst you're doing all of the physical work with your body, basically. Who are you meant to be? Someone who goes head first into risks which actually feel like they will pay off, even if you feel like things are not paying off in your life, basically, with the Five of Pentacles here. I need you to know that you're someone who will be protected regardless. That's the case here, but you gotta trust that first. So maybe building the mentality here slash the framework necessary to feel secure and safe to actually will go forth basically, but in a way where you trust yourself to the point where even if it looks like things will go bad, that it's other people's misunderstandings, misconceptions, and underestimation, rather than you thinking that actually you can't do it, because you can. You really can. But you gotta let yourself believe that first, basically. You may also be someone who has to be, works with money here, and who needs to be the center of attention slash in terms of where communication is involved. So if you're working with people and stuff like that, I feel like you need to trust yourself a bit more if you're working with money and or other people's resources, basically. Next cards we have are from the Manara Erotic Tarot, and we have the Three of Air, so Three of Swords here. And also death again. Okay, you're someone who really does need to transmute a lot of pain in this life in general, perhaps, or currently what you're going through right now. There's a lot of change happening in your life here with death twice, and I feel like you're dancing with the devil, kind of. You're dancing with death, I guess, in the sense that you're definitely tempting the fates. If some of you are doing aerial stuff and things like that, it's definitely working in your favor, but you're also working out through personal trauma you feel inside, the terrified feeling if you are doing crazy stuff with your body, basically, of not doing it, or not succeeding, rather. You're burying, well, you're not burying, you're transmuting those feelings, basically. So some of you here are definitely helping yourself in that sense, but it feels like the world is gonna end. That is honestly normal. Whatever you are actually doing, even if it's not like actual physical exercise, whatever you're going through right now, it feels like hell. Sorry, that's not actually funny, but it's just the way I'm delivering it, I guess. It might feel like absolute hell, but it's actually helping you. Think of it as the whole arrow and bow and arrow method imagery thing, where metaphor, that's what I meant, where you're being pulled back a tad, but then you're skyrocketing yourself further into your present, future, whatever you really want to call it, because you're constantly creating. So yeah, you're getting better and better with every day, basically, at whatever you're doing. Even if it's painful, you're gonna get up and you're gonna go and get it. You're gonna do it. So some of you could be the breadwinners of your family, things like that, basically. That is some really odd terminology, but yeah, some of you could also be bread bakers or bakery owners or something like that. But whatever it is you're doing, it's paying off. And even if you have to wake up at like freaking, I don't know, 3 a.m. in the morning, you're gonna do it, and you know, you're gonna succeed at what you're doing. I know these cards look like, what the fuck is she talking about? This is the Three of Swords. I'm gonna be in pain. This isn't it. But yeah, you gotta trust yourself, basically. There needs to be a lot more trust here that the universe will catch you, because it actually will. So yeah, cultivating more trust in yourself is definitely key in this pile, because you actually have what it takes to be where you are. But I feel like some of you right now are either going through a very rough patch, or in general you have gone through a rough patch in your lifetime, like as a culmination kind of thing. But sometimes you gotta let it flow, basically. You gotta go with it, even if it looks like it's going downhill. It's not. You're doing better than you think you are. And if you're actually not doing better, you will be doing better, because again, ups and downs, consistent stuff. With the Wheel of Fortune here, there will be ups, there will be downs, but for the most part you will be present, because you know how to be present. And if you don't know how to be present, I feel like you will be working towards becoming more present and secure in yourself, because you are meant to be secure. You're meant to be at the top of this ladder. But it does have to be some work on your part in terms of how life shapes out to be for you with the two death cards. And I feel like you are doing the work. Like, you're standing your ground with all the power you have in you. Even if you feel like you're slightly powerless and ready to give up, you're still doing the work. That's enough. What you're doing is enough. Last cards we have are from the Serpieri Tarot, and we have the Nine of Swords and the Star. There we go. Despite everything that's going on inside your head, even if you can't quiet it down, even if you cannot quiet it, no, that's not quieten. Oh my god, whatever, you get the gist. I lost my words for whatever. But yeah, despite everything going on in your mind, basically, you are still meant to shine. You are still meant to bring all of the wishes and the desires you have in your mind to fruition, and you will be seen as well. Yeah. Weirdly, I'm also getting you're meant to have the whole bakery and not just crumbs. So if you're receiving crumbs from a person, this is where you're just like, well, I deserve the whole loaf, the whole bakery, quite frankly, not the crumbs. So either get your shit together or go bye, kind of thing. Not that it's that easy, but yeah. But again, if you are receiving crumbs from people, this is where you actually stand your ground and you put your foot down, because you got to be able to say that you know, what you want is what you want. And if they're not giving, or if they're not doing it up to par with what you expect, well, something needs to match, and either they need to match it, or you need to well, cut them out is probably the wrong word, but if they're not serving their purpose, and I don't mean this in an egotistical way where you're constantly taking from people. I really do mean it in a way where it's relatively balanced, basically. So give and take and all of that jazz, or give and receive rather, but because there's no need to take really. But there we have it. Yeah, you're meant to be someone who definitely transmutes the emotional pain, but also the mental pain. So again, some of you could be into the field, working in the field of therapy or psychology, or just in general teaching yourself psychological tricks on how to quieten down the mind, and also work through your fears, like bodily fears, but also like physically. Just you're doing a lot to help yourself in the mental realm, basically. So some of you may be facing your fears currently, both with Death and the Nine of Wands here. Sorry, Nine of Wands, but also Nine of Swords. But yeah, you're meant to work through your fears in this lifetime, because this is what you've set out to do. Or that's how I feel like I'm gonna word this anyway. It feels like you gotta face yourself, and you gotta face all of those the things you put yourself through, basically. For some of you it could be trauma, and for some of you, you're the one putting yourself through that. So again, if you're exercising or things like that and you want faster results and stuff, it takes time, basically. But whatever you are doing, whatever the field actually is, you're doing great. You're just giving yourself a heck of a bad time for it, some of you anyway. So more confidence again is necessary, because you will be skyrocketing yourself to a future that is far brighter, but you gotta quieten down the mind. No me tapping anyways, but that's what I have for you. So thank you for being here. If it resonated, feel free to stick around and watch more videos, or you know, comment and stuff. But yeah, thank you again. See you. Pile 2, you have chosen the 8 of spades, and that's basically the 8 of swords. So who you're meant to be is someone who gets out of traps, potentially an escape artist, someone who is actually capable of treating themselves well even when things around them look, well, shady, like you're lost in space or lost in your environment, or like things just aren't working. So in the original tarot, the 8 of Swords is someone who's, you know, stuck, protected almost by their own mind. But you see how protection in your mind sometimes comes out as you actually stopping yourself from doing things that you want to do, protecting yourself in the sense that that's more comfortable to do because you're scared of the unknown. Yeah, you gotta face it, basically. So some of you here are becoming far more adept at closing cycles, basically, that don't serve you. So looking deep within your mind and being like, this doesn't serve me, it's gotta go, basically. I gotta face it somehow. And just the idea, the thought of actually thinking about this stuff is what's helping you propel you forward. It do be like that sometimes. It's just the idea of thinking of facing this in the end, that you actually face it in your mind. And if you can face it in your mind first, well, you don't really need to face it in reality. Once you face it in your mind, you're done. That's it. But you gotta believe that for it to actually work, basically. So yeah, first card we have is from the Spiritual Tarot, and we have the Moon. And the Moon in this deck is just so beautiful. For whatever reason, it makes me think of pizza. So also, the cat looking at the moon and the lady, just gorgeous. It just looks like intrigued, but also it's enchanting, basically. So some of you could be incredibly beautiful as well and may have a lot of admirers. Yeah. But you may not give a shit about these admirers, because she just looks there like, I know I'm pretty, I don't care though. That kind of thing. She's a bit disenchanted in an enchanted world, basically. So some of you, I feel like this may be a call for some of you to become so confident in yourself. Oh, well, okay, wait. Not that confident where you actually disregard other people's feelings and compliments, but you have to become confident in yourself and also confident in your environment, and know that things will be safe around you no matter what happens and no matter what position you are in, basically. Who are you meant to be? You're also meant to embody a more feminine, or right now anyway, from what I'm getting from these cards, you're meant to embody a more feminine approach to life, currently, and it doesn't matter if you identify as male, female, you know, the sex doesn't matter. The energy itself is a completely different thing. So some of you may be embodying more of your receiving mode currently, opening yourself up to abundance, to what is this, Cancer energy or Pisces, I guess. So more water basically. Some of you may need to drink more water in general as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that now. Sorry, I feel like I need to make it a habit to drink. Well, I mean, I drink enough water, but if I tell people to drink water, I'm just gonna go and do it too, because that makes you feel like you gotta go drink water too. But yeah, next cards we have are from the Rainbow Tarot, and we have the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Sweet. Okay, you were meant to be someone who actually goes for it, like literally. You got to do that thing that you're thinking about. So again, this kind of does relate to the Eight of Swords here, because with the Eight of Swords, this is a person who doesn't go do that thing. They don't free themselves, even though the grip, the what do you even call it? The restraint is in the mind. Like that's where you're locked in and you're stuck there. But it's just in your mind. Like you can easily free yourself. And you are meant to free yourself basically. You're meant to stop putting a freaking dam on your power, on your being, on everything that you are basically. I feel like some of you may have closed in on yourself on purpose for some of you, but also for some of you it has been, you know, due to circumstances and becoming smaller and smaller. That's not on purpose, but now you got to heal that, and I feel like you will be doing that basically. And you got to remember that you are protected. The moon always gives me protection vibes, especially at night, so there is that. If you need protection at night, there we have it. Selenite might be key as well, as a crystal. And if you don't believe in crystals, then, you know, disregard that, but also just saying in general. But yeah, Eight of Wands and Knight of Wands. You're meant to be someone who goes unabashedly, unashamedly, what else is the other word, unapologetically towards your goals. Like literally, like look at this Knight of Wands heading straight for these ones that are heading for them. Like you're meant to be someone who literally just expresses such confidence when you're going towards whatever it is you want, your goals, whatever you want basically. Well, again, I'm repeating myself now, but yeah, I feel like you need to believe in yourself more, because you have more power than you think you do. Like so much more power than you think you do. I feel like some of you do put yourselves in cages, and it's just unfair to you now. And I feel like you will be breaking out of cycles that feel like they are unfair to you, because you feel like it's time to grow basically. It's time to release the kraken. So yeah, basically. But that's what I'm getting from it. Next cards we have are from the Weird Cat Tarot, and we have the World and the Devil. Okay, two major arcana here, so there we have it. But powerful stuff too. 15 and 21 may be important potentially as numbers, but either way, the Devil is someone who does face their fears, or someone who feels like they are stuck because of their fears, which is normal given the Eight of Swords here. But at the same time, the Devil will always, you know, I was gonna say will always win. That's a lie. But what I mean by that is, the Devil will always, you know, do the thing it's meant to do. So if it's temptation, if it's something, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad basically, but this is a card to signify that this person will always do what they're meant to do. This person will always go above and beyond to do the thing that they have to do basically. So yeah, again, it doesn't matter that it's negative or a positive connotation. The idea is that you will do the thing you set out to do because it feels like you have to. So if you are stuck, some people purposefully, or stubborn, you will stubbornly stay in that energy. So now it's time to change whatever that energy is into another stubborn thing. So if it's discipline you gotta embody, that's what you will be doing basically. And it will pay off big time with the World, because again, changing cycles here. So if you've been stubborn, or your mind has been stubborn, and you've been trying your best to change for whatever reason, and also to just embody more confidence and things like that basically, it's working. The cycles are changing. The cycles are, well, it's time to grow basically, and I feel like you guys know that anyway. So whatever you've been stubbornly persisting at working on is about to start paying off and be seen by the World for what it actually is. And when I say the World, for some of you, I do mean the actual world, because like internet fame and all of that jazz. But for some of you, if it's like at work or something, or whatever you're doing basically, the field you're working in, it will be appreciated by the people it's designed to help and work for. And with the Eight of Wands again, that could also be internet fame stuff. So yeah, the devil always gives me what do you call it, well, advocate vibes, but also entrepreneurial vibes, because obviously Capricorn energy here. The world is the four thingy signs. What are they called? Oh my god, fixed. So Leo, Aries, what the hell, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and the other one Taurus. So there we have it. But in some signs, or some cards actually, it's the mutable signs, which is actually Sagittarius and Pisces, and also Virgo, and what's the other one, Gemini, I believe. So yeah, there we have it. We do have a Virgo full moon on the I believe either the 7th or the 8th of March, when I'm posting this anyway, because I'm posting a few days before that, I believe. But yeah, that will be impactful. I feel yeah, actually, you know what, the full moon in Virgo will be impactful for some of you, for a lot of you, especially if you're a mutable sign, i.e. Sagittarius, Virgo, Pisces, or Gemini. But yeah, whatever you've been doing, the paradigms you're shifting in your mind are basically helping you do the same thing in your reality. Whatever you're doing on the inside is showcasing itself on the outside, and you're actually starting to embody more confidence in yourself to actually go after the goals that you're seeking to go after. Persistently, with a lot of power here too. Next cards we have the Moon Power Tarot, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. There we have the payment that you're seeking. Whatever you seek, you will find. Ask and you shall receive. Page of Wands as well. Okay, so Page of Wands and then Knight of Wands here. So yeah, some of you may be going after goals that other people may think are unreachable for whatever reason. Maybe they've been underestimating you. Whatever the case is, you're going with fire in your pants. Almost like an ant with fire in what is it? Ants on fire? No way, pants on fire. Sorry, or having ants in your pants, mixing up the two. But yeah, like you have so much energy to give here to the projects that you're starting. Actually, kind of makes sense as well. I feel like some of you have been giving yourself shit and trying to stop yourself from going too fast. And kind of hate to tell you that you can go at the pace you want to. Basically, if you want to go slow, go slow. If you want to go fast and run, go. No one's stopping. Well, if there are people stopping you, I feel like you kind of have to disregard them, not gonna lie, because they're not gonna live your life. You can't live your life for other people either. So if there are people that feel like you can't be yourself around them for whatever reason, like they make you feel like there's a kind of irritation somewhere deep inside, you gotta face that fear, or whatever it is. There's a feeling here of irritation that I'm getting, and or maybe I'm projecting as well. But yeah, if there are people who are stopping you from feeling your best self, something needs to be done, because they shouldn't be affecting you that much, basically. And that's not to say that you have to do everything to get rid of them, or whatever, but there needs to be some kind of calm confidence with you that doesn't let them irritate your soul or your peace, basically. So you got to be in control of your emotions, and the Eight of Swords is definitely a card that suggests that, because in the most negative aspect, you can't face yourself and you feel stuck. But when you work through the actual energy, you're unstoppable, like literal powerhouse. You get to face you get to become who you want to be. You get to face your demons and stuff like that, and no one else can freaking tell you who is or what is good for you, basically. And with the Nine of Pentacles here, your finances are looking supreme, divine, perfect. Whatever it is you're working on, it will pay off. So if you feel like you've been going at it and you've seen zero payment, or just zero recognition, or at least not to the degree that you have expected it to go, continue. It's coming. It's that simple. Well, it's not, but at the same time, just continue. Go for it. Just pour your soul into it, because well, pour your soul into it. It is working. Like, it really, really is. It's just, maybe you've had to sit down and realize that you have to receive more than you give sometimes, because sometimes people are very willing to give, but like, for whatever reason, they just don't know how to receive. And maybe you've been put in a situation where you've had to learn to receive, and that could be love, affection, monetary abundance, gifts, things that make you happy, basically, events, I don't even know, anything really. So maybe you've had to sit with yourself and listen to God knows what, like affirmations, or what do you call it, frequency music and things like that. Yeah, you gotta sit with yourself and actually feel abundant. You gotta let yourself allow, like, to feel yourself course with power, basically. So sometimes what I like to do is just sit on my bed, currently doing, I guess, but also just bring attention and awareness to how your hands feel, how your legs feel. Are you like touching the ground? Are you touching the bed? Like, what are you doing with your feet, basically? So just bring attention to your whole body and feel present, and then feel the difference in your body to the space around you. How far away are you from the wall? How far away are you from the person downstairs? I don't even know. Very far, thankfully, but there we have it. To basically feel the difference in terms of the spatial awareness that you have. Like, it makes you feel very empowered, for one, but also like you're present in your own body and you can handle pretty much anything, because you are, you know, the person who is in control of your destiny, quite frankly. Your body too, but you know, destiny as the grand scheme of things. Next cards we have are from the Manara Erotic Tarot, and we have the Fool and the One of Water, so the Ace of Water. Again, drinking water may be important in this pile. Drinking in this pile. But yeah, feel free to just drink some more water, basically. But yeah, okay. Again, with the receiving thing, opening yourself up to receiving, like literally giving yourself blessings and stuff like that, facing the sky, the earth, whatever you want to call it, really. Asking for blessings, praying, yeah, taking a chance on yourself, a leap forward into your creativity as well, becoming more creative in general, trusting your intuition with the Ace of Cups and the Moon here, and also the Fool, taking risks, basically, to not abandon yourself, but actually go full throttle on embracing yourself, no matter what it looks like to other people, because other people will always have shit to say here with the eight of Swords and the Devil, because sometimes the only reason you're closing yourself in is because other people, you know, you just don't feel safe around them. Sometimes that is other people, yes, but to some degree you also contribute to that, because if you feel unsafe when there is nothing to give you that vibe yet, then you're immediately closing yourself off, basically. So I don't know, taking yourself away from situations that don't make you feel good, but also reevaluating why those situations don't make you feel good, or why those people don't make you feel good, is important here, basically. So facing yourself clearly, yeah, is important. Or facing your demons, or at least asking yourself questions to do with, like, why do you not feel safe in a space where maybe it's not designed for you to feel safe at all, but you have to feel safe anyway, because you are you and you're creating your peace and safety. And I don't want to put the whole onus on you, but at the same time, there does need to be some kind of accountability to be like, well, this is how life is right now. Yeah, it sucks, or to some respect, to some degree, you know, there are always things that will go amazingly well, but then those things that you can't change. So you gotta drop them. You gotta let them go. And you gotta open yourself up to your biggest degree, to your highest purpose, I guess, to your highest available status, your highest capability / availability to blessings, basically. So just keep expanding on that, keep working on your affirmations, or whatever you're doing, basically, to open yourself up to receiving blessings is working in your favor, and you got to continue that doggedly. Because you will receive. You have to be open to receive, though. You have to be able to see it for what it is, for actually you receiving blessings. Even if it's small, it doesn't matter how big or small it is. You gotta see it for what it's worth, basically. And I feel like you are becoming someone who does trust themselves so much more. With creative endeavors as well. So you're more able, I guess. Yes, indeed. But you're more able to discern what is for you and what you can't accept from other people, basically. And that oh my days, I need to stop with that word. But that does mean as well accepting behaviors, gifts, love, all of that jazz. And yeah, letting yourself be in peace. Last cards we have are from the Serpieri Tarot, and we have the Six of Cups and also the Eight of Pentacles. Important. Okay, Eight of Pentacles is working and receiving remuneration, so actually being paid for all of the work that you're doing on yourself or at work or wherever you are. It is physical abundance, and it's also internal abundance. So actually, I feel like a lot of you have been doing the work to be able to receive what you deserve. And it's not even about deserving in the first place. You are ultimately worthy from the day you get here. The day you're planted, I guess. Because you know, you're a seed in your mother's belly at first, but but yeah, from from whenever you've been birthed, all of that stuff basically. So you are the one in, well, you weren't in control when you were a child, but now you are. Now you can actually help yourself. Now you can give yourself all of those things that you were missing when you were a child, or at least you can try to give them to yourself. And most of the time it's not even a material thing that whether you can afford it, you can't afford it, that's not even what you want. It's the emotion it gives you. It's the feeling of safety, of security, of like actually being present. And you can find another way to give yourself that by well, physical touch is important, so hugging yourself, for some of you, if you can't do that with another person, is important here. But also just in general, giving yourself the care that you needed as a child, which you may or may not have received anyway. But it is about comforts, the daily ones, the little things basically. So yeah, I feel like some of you, well, not all of you, are becoming more adept at taking care of yourself properly and actually feeling in tune with your power and with your body. And it's working in your favor, and you're attracting more people with that, with the Six of Cups here. And you're attracting people actually that serve the same purpose you do, that serve your highest good, but also that just feel like family. Oh wow, and when I say family, I really do mean a healthy family dynamic, and not the, oh yeah, just because we're family we're gonna be, or you know, because we're the same blood we're always gonna be together, and have loyalty that just what is it, bounds, not, oh my god, the unbounded loyalty. But like, loyalty, I'm sorry, it comes with caveats. Well, in the sense that it's not the kind of loyalty where you trust someone even if they're gonna be a shit person. It's the kind of loyalty that is earned basically. So it's just about finding people that resonate on the same frequency with you, and having the audacity to bring to the table the best you can, but also fully knowing and trusting that they will do the same. And if they're not doing the same, well, they're not meant to be there. They're not, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that basically with that one anyways. But before I go into a spiel about family and loyalty, which yeah, I guess some people are lucky, but yeah, if you haven't had the proper roots basically, you're currently building yourself a whole time machine metaphorically speaking, so that you can actually go back and reparent yourself and have all of the things that you actually desired to feel as a child. And for some of you, your mothers and, well, your parents in general, or parental figures rather, as well, they may have given you absolutely everything, or they may have tried, but it still wasn't enough, because maybe you needed something else and they didn't give it to you the way you wanted it to be, the way you wanted to receive it basically. So even if that parent tried their absolute best, sometimes it's not that it's not enough, but it's not what you wanted. So again, reparenting yourself here, but also forgiving that parent, especially if they did try their best, may be important. Obviously not to excuse actions and stuff. Forgiving and excusing are two completely different things. So yeah. But whatever the case is, you are working on your stability and also your financial stability too. But more importantly, it starts from within, and that's what you've been cultivating for yourself here. That's where I'm gonna leave you. Thank you for being here. If it resonated, feel free to stick around. And I hope to see you again. Bye. Pile 3, you have chosen the 3 of clubs, and this is the 3 of wands. So where you're headed, who you are becoming / what you are actually manifesting with yourself, or for yourself rather, is that is peace. That's what I'm getting as. Waiting for your ships to come in, choosing options, becoming someone who's a leader, who's actually making the choices for themselves. You're creating a you that's more powerful and accepting of blessings, but also just knowing that whatever comes at you, you can handle, basically. First card we have is from the Spiritual Tarot, and we have Judgment. I see, powerful person. Again, calling the shots here, potentially. Becoming someone who is a leader, quite frankly. I need to stop saying basically, but I'll get there one day. But yeah, what you say goes, what you say stays. You are the creator of your reality. I feel like you're meant to be someone who knows this, but also someone who's, you're probably already here actually for some of you, or you're working towards it for others. But for the most part, I feel like you are doing the work to be the person who calls all of the shots, and who actually sticks by what they say, and does what they say too. So discipline may be important here. It's not everything that's happened by luck, because this card does have luck attached to it, or at least the 3 of wands does anyway. But it is happiness that you're cultivating it. that you are cultivating, sorry, and you're doing it through action, through, well, through thought first, and then through, you know, language and action in general after that. But yeah, I feel like you're calling the shots, or you're making the decisions. The big mummy, big daddy, I don't even know why I worded it like that, but you're making the decisions basically. Next cards you have are from the Rainbow Tarot, and we have the Nine of Swords and the Six of Swords. Okay, the Six of Wands also wanted to come out for this pile, I think. I can't remember. But I wasn't gonna take 3 cards. Sorry, there's a lot here anyway. But yeah, Six of Swords and Nine of Swords here. If you've had troubling thoughts, anxiety, things like that, you're now going towards calmer waters. You're meant to be someone who actually is able to take these thoughts in, but then let them go. Like, you gotta, so maybe for some of you, you may be someone who needs to meditate. That's kind of key here that I'm getting with these cards. You're meant to flow in time. You're meant to be at one with time. I don't know if that's making any sense, but I feel like time is something that actually works in your favor, and the more you age, the more like fine wine you become. And I don't mean that just in terms of looks, I also mean that in terms of like the knowledge you possess, the wisdom, actually doing the things, even if it's foolish or it seems foolish, or even if it gets you in trouble, like, you learn from well, if it's a mistake basically. So if you do mistakes, you know, life is life, but you learn from it. You take the wisdom, you take the best out of it, and then you go about your day and you live your life, kind of thing. But you're already doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're already the person you're meant to be basically here. And again, with the whole what's called meditation thing, I feel like some of you do need to quieten down your mind, and I feel like you've been doing it successfully with the Six of Swords. Yeah, moving to calmer waters is in your destiny. Well, I probably need to stop calling it destiny. It's in your birthright. I don't even know what to call it really, to be honest. It's close by, basically. It's literally right. It's almost tangible. You are, some of you could already be in calmer waters, i.e. like feeling safe and stuff like that. But again, I am getting the strong vibe here that meditation is key. Watching those anxious thoughts and just not relating to them at all, like not giving them the power to keep you up at night. Like, you can't be, what is it called, like this person here who has a freaking devilish looking ghost up there to haunt them. What is that? It's not even a ghost. Poltergeist, whatever you call it, poltergeist. but yeah, and I feel like you have been letting those thoughts pass you by calmly. And if not calmly, well, you're putting a stop to it with discipline, basically. So you're forcing yourself, some of you, if you're a bit at the beginning stage of actually meditating, where it just feels impossible, kind of thing. Yeah, you're forcing yourself to think better, to change your thought habits, basically, so that you can actually receive what you deserve, which is peace. A lot of peace, and actually having the things you want to have in your life with the Three of Wands. So calling yourself out on behavior that doesn't serve you is important here, and I feel like you've already been doing enough of that. So now you are actually being able to be receptive to energy that makes you feel full, but of happiness and joy rather than pain. Next cards we have are from the Weird Cat Tarot, and we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, that's a lot of sixes so far. And the Emperor. Well, 2 sixes, I guess. But also, I feel like I did see the Six of Wands for this pile too. So there we have it. 666 may be important. And that is to do with unconditional love, care, reflection as well. So looking back on the past and actually... Well, I mean, you know what reflection is, but you know. Yeah. Actually, you know, learning your lessons here is important, and I feel like that's exactly what you've been doing already. So I feel like you are the person you are meant to be. You're already there. You just gotta trust yourself, and that's with all piles. Trust is important with everything. Okay, the Emperor and the Six of Pentacles. You're meant to be someone who is in a position of power, and that was evident from the get-go, to be honest. Yeah, even with the Three of Wands. Again, I was waiting for the Emperor to pop up, actually. So I was just there like, I probably need to see the Emperor to feel like this message really, really hits the spot. But it does. There we have it. You gotta believe it before you can see it and stuff. So yeah, you're meant to be in a position of power, who is able to, a person who is able to delegate to other people successfully, but also to yourself too. So what you give to yourself, it comes back to you multifold. Multifold, is that even a word? Probably. But yeah, it comes back to you multiplied rather, but because I don't know if multifold is a word, but part of it is because when you give to yourself, you tell the universe or God that you also accept from other people too. So and I don't mean accept in the sense that you'll get absolutely any trash that they're giving. What I mean is that if you're treating yourself, other people will also treat you. It's just bound to happen because that's exactly how it works. If a happy person is happy, they'll attract more happy people. So yeah, if you feel like you're in the space of mind where you cannot receive, you're constantly overthinking, you gotta change that. And I feel like you are anyway. But yeah, the fruits of your labor, the whatever you're creating, you're going to have so much that you can actually give to other people, to all the peasants around you. I'm kidding, they're not peasants, but like still, my intrusive thoughts got in. Ay, ay, ay. But yeah, you feel like you're on top of the world here, and I feel like some of you already are. Some of you may also be living on mountains, or going towards a hiking type of experience, kayaking, things like that, with the more literal imagery of these cards. But again, the Emperor is the Emperor is Aries energy, but it always gives me Capricorn energy for whatever reason. It makes me feel like it's close to the devil. But to be fair, the Emperor and also the devil, kind of similar energy. One is a bit more I feel like I know why I'm confusing them, because Capricorn in astrology is the father archetype and Cancer is the mother archetype, whereas in tarot the Emperor is the father, the ultimate father. So they kind of give me similar vibes and similar energy, to be honest. But yeah, you're just someone who's meant to look after a lot, basically. So a family home maybe in your future to look after. So again, receiving remuneration slash inheritances, things like that. Maybe other people, dealing with other people's finances. You're the one who's calling the shots, so people actually give you the podium to do so. I feel like some people are more than happy to give you the leverage, the space, the time, the actual like podium to stand on, so that you can do your thing and they can go and listen to you. So for some of you, this actually means that if you have doubts and niggling feelings of not respecting yourself, things like that, little things that annoy you about yourself, basically, feeling doubtful of your abilities and things like that, this is a call to actually start embodying your power, because you have so much more to give and so much more to actually, well, receive from yourself in the first place, but also to watch yourself succeed. So, and I feel like a lot of people do watch you, and or at the very least, if they're not, if you don't have a platform where they do watch you, it's more that they take inspiration from you in general, in your actual normal day-to-day life kind of thing. You have a lot of people who admire what you have to say, and you're living you're basically the prime example of like how a person is meant to be, or at least that's what I'm getting from these cards anyway. So yeah, you're already living the dream, or even if it doesn't seem like it, you got to put yourself in your place. Like, you have to what is it, give credit where it's due, give gratitude where it's due as well, being thankful for what you have already, because you actually do have a lot. So again, it's very healthy to want more, which we're always gonna do anyway. If we're humans, we achieve something, we want more. That's fine, that's what desires are made for. But you obviously need to give gratitude for what you already have. So if you feel like you're in a bit of a pickle or a shitty situation, a change in attitude may be important, so that you can actually, receive the next level up, or whatever you want to call it, really. What's next on your journey? For some of you, what's next on your journey is also traveling. So some of you may be a bit anxious about a travel thing that you're doing or planning. I feel like it will go as it's meant to, exactly as it's meant to. So just go with it, basically. Actually, fair play, because there is a lot of travel in these, with the three of wands and also the 6 of swords. They're literally travel cards. Or cargo cards, I guess. Next cards we have are from the Moon Power Tarot, and we have the King of Pentacles and Queen of Wands. Sweet. Some of you may be meeting a partner. If this is all you, I gotta tell you, you are secure and you are sexy, both on the inside and on the outside. You basically glow from the inside out. You have all the power. So you have to believe in yourself. Like, you have to. There's just no other way, basically. I genuinely do feel like this is a call for some of you to trust yourself so much more than you already do. And that's not to inflate your ego or anything like that, but at the same time, you do deserve to like pat your back and actually be thankful both for what you've been through, even if it has been tough and misfortunate, because it has made you into the person you are now. And I don't mean this to sound as a what is it even called, toxic gratitude and all of that sappy shit that people do on purpose to make themselves feel inflated or supercilious. Is that the word? I don't even know. But yeah, you're here to shine, you're here to glow, basically. You're here to lead people, you're here to actually lead by example, and feeling secure is the prime way to actually lead by example, because what you're telling yourself when you feel secure is that you are safe and you're capable. And that's the ultimate what do you call it, definition of confidence anyway. It's the ability, it's knowing that you have the ability to do because you're capable of doing. So yeah, some of you may manifest really easily into your life as well, and you need to be careful with what you manifest into your life, because it shows on the outside too. So yeah, powerful energy in terms of the way you use language as well. Me too, haha. So there is that. But whatever you're manifesting on the financial realm and the beauty realm, the physical realm, you will actually, oh yeah, on in a materialistic sense of the world, of the way, whatever you call it, really, in a materialistic sense, basically, you will be absolutely fine. So whatever you're doing on the inside to perpetrate and to instigate monetary abundance and actual physical abundance, it's working in your favor. Continue. Obviously not at the expense of other people, but I don't think you're doing it at the expense of other people here with the Six of Pentacles. Although on that note, obviously, you know, take it as it resonates, or with a grain of salt, and yeah, give equally as much as you're receiving. Next cards we have are from the Manara Erotic Tarot, and we have the Two of Earth and also the Knave of Fire. So the I believe the Knight of Wands here, unless a knave is not a knight and a knave is a page. Shit, don't know, sorry. I mean, I do know, but I have forgotten. So valet, I think it's a knight, but it could also be not a knight. It might be a thingy. Okay, whatever the case is, a young, fiery person, individual is what I'm gonna call it, because I can't remember if it's a page or a knight. So, knave, knight. Would you call a knight if it's not a knave, though? Would you call a page, a little page? I don't know why I'm stressing over this. Some of you may be very pedantic with like how you use your language as well. So constantly checking yourself, which is probably why the Nine of Swords is here as well. Constantly checking yourself on what you say to other people, and overthinking and doing all of these things that I'm doing right now. Yeah, it's not that needs to stop. That's actually kind of healthy. It's just there's a time and a place, and there's no need to doubt yourself. That's what I'm trying to say, and myself too, I guess. But yeah, because things are lining up for you, you are making them line up for you, but like there's no need to over question things, basically. So just let them flow where they need to go. With the Two of Earth here, you have to make some decisions. This is someone who is consistently flitting between one mode and another mode, or choosing things, or trying to do too many things at once, so multitasking. But I feel like you can do it. You definitely have the energy and the capacity to do all of these things that you're setting yourself out to do. But also focusing on one thing at a time may also benefit you, and that might also quieten down your mind, because it leaves less of a big gap. If you're doing multiple things at once and they're all like, you're all doing tiny little things from each thing, sure, that is, you know, progress, and progress is progress. So please disregard what I'm saying if you know, because you know yourself, you trust yourself. But if you do focus on one thing at a time as well, you do get to complete the thing without little holes or missing anything or skipping things. So this is about the micro as opposed to the macro as well. I feel like you've been focusing a lot on the well, actually, yeah, you may have been micromanaging, mayhaps too much, mayhaps, what the hell, perhaps too much. But it is working in your favor. Continue to micromanage, just don't do it to the point where you exhaust yourself or you confuse yourself. So basically looking a bit at the bigger picture may also be important here. So instead of flitting between one mode and another mode and constantly feeling like you're a bit burnt out because you're going to so many places. So yeah, last cards we have are from the Serpieri Tarot, and we have the World. Nice. And the Wheel. Awesome. More major arcana. There's been a lot in this pile, but or in this reading, I guess, in general as well. With the Wheel and the World, let life take its course. I feel like you've learned enough lessons, you've employed enough wisdom, you know exactly what you're doing, so just let it flow. I feel like you are the type of person who already knows the ups and downs of life, and it's evident, and it's like, it's kind of like you're used to it. You know how to play the game of life, basically. So for some of you, reading, oh my god, what is her name? Florence Scovel Shen, oops. Florence Scovel Shin? Whatever. Her book on the game of life and how to play it may be of interest. I'm pretty sure there are YouTube, what are they called? Like 1 hour, not voice recordings, readings online. Oh my god, what audiobooks, that's it. I'm pretty sure it's been recorded on YouTube multiple times, so that may be of interest to you. I feel like it's a good little manifestation book kind of thing. It's quite short, but also it's filled with affirmations and stuff. So yeah, I received the perfect pay for the perfect job, or stuff like that, basically. But it's about rewiring your mind and actually calming down the all of the cogs in your brain, basically. And I feel like some of you do need to do that too, given the anxiety that's prevalent in this reading, slightly anyway. But yeah, I'm just getting cogs vibes from this one, and then this could just be interpreted as a massive staircase all the way deep into your mind. So consistently thinking, overthinking, doing multiple things at once. Basically, it's a constant upward journey into overthinking, but for most of you, it's a constant upward journey into actually receiving what you want to receive from the world, because I do feel like you are someone who is either in a position of power, i.e. an authority, and that could be in a government kind of like real life way, or in the sense that in life there are some people who have more power than they expect to have, simply because of their actual energy, because they're actually good people and people want to listen to them. And I feel like that's what people mistake about power. We consider brute force powerful in this well, people who know nothing about power do that anyway, but power itself is not a negative thing, and I don't feel like you're chasing it. I feel like power is attracted to you because you don't give a fuck about it. And that's how you have the ultimate power, and that's how you hold the ultimate power over other people. It's charisma, it's feeling like you are down to earth, but you're leading because they want you to lead. You're not leading because you're just like, oh my god, let me lead, I need to be the leader kind of thing. It's not, that's not how it works with you, and it's basically showing with the wheel here and the world. So just, you're doing enough, basically. This is just I guess for some of you, you didn't even care who you're meant to be, you because you already know who you are. And this reading is just a confirmation that what you're doing is already, you know, it's in the works. It's going as it's meant to go. You already know how life is meant to play out. So, well, you know, to the degree where you can actually predict based on your personal psychology, things are lining up the way they're meant to, and you're fully aware of that. And this is where I'm gonna leave you. So thank you for being here. If it resonated, feel free to stick around, and yeah, see you. Thank you. Bye.